Please Ask Me Anything goes out to Margaret, who says, I hope you can help me with my grandson. He just recently got an 11-month-old German Shepherd from the shelter, lives with his mom's parents. They have 2 acres. My problem is his grandpa there has purchased a shock collar for the dog to try to teach him to stay in the yard. I'm totally against this, raise my opinion. My grandson watches your videos. I hope he takes your advice. Neither one of us has any training using this equipment. So here's something really important. Not that I'm against e-collars, electric collars, remote collars, whatever you want to call them, but I am against using them without any knowledge. So if you're listening, I don't know what your grandson's name is, but I hope you're listening to me, and I hope you understand that what I'd like you to do really is to get a trainer to help you to understand the collar, because if you use the collar to get the dog to stay in the yard and it's adversarial, in other words, the dog doesn't understand what you're trying to get him to do, you'll do just the opposite. You get the dog to run away from you. And I've seen a lot of people who take e-collars, remote collars, work their dogs with them and completely destroy the relationship. And I don't think that's what you want to do, especially if you're watching my videos. My #1 goal is to get you to develop a solid relationship with your dog. So if you want to teach your dog to stay in the yard, make it positive, make it a great event, make going out of the yard an uncomfortable event, but you're going to need some help to make that a clear picture, because sometimes it's not as clear as you'd like it to be for your dog. And if the dog gets confused and thinks he's being punished or corrected for that borderline issue, that where he's going in and where he's going out, he's not going to want to come back into the yard. And at that point, you'll completely destroy the relationship with the dog, and you might end up losing your dog and not being able to have the relationship that you really want to have with him. So e-collars are great. Electric fences are great. Those are probably even a little bit better tool to use. But just the e-collar on the dog to get him to stay in the yard, probably not the best tool you're going to use. Start doing good obedience, start doing good recall, start making the dog want to be with you, using positive reinforcement, using treats, using toys, using praise, using all those great beneficial things to get your dog to want to stay with you, and then get somebody to help you to work on that threshold issue. And it may work with an e-collar, it may not, but it's not something you want to just wing. You're definitely going to want to get some help on it. Got a question? Ask me anything.